because in Canada, if you are international student with study permit, you can also do part-time job up to 24 hours. So you can go and find some job that can help you to keep your to cover some living expenses. Yeah, in Halifax.
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีทุกคนนะคะวันนี้ก็เราก็มาคุยกันเรื่องแคนาดาเหมือนเดิมนะคะแต่ว่าเราเปลี่ยนสถานที่
พี่เกดกับพี่เนน่านะคะตอนนี้อยู่ที่กรุงเทพ
ค่ะแล้วก็เราก็มีนัดกับลูกค้าหลายคนที่เข้าไปที่ออฟฟิศนะคะก็ยังไงก็ถ้าสมมุติว่าใครสนใจที่จะมาเจอเราที่ออฟฟิศก็สามารถติดต่อทางแอดมินได้นะคะแล้ววันนี้เราก็จะมาคุยกันต่อนะคะเพราะว่าเดี๋ยวจะไม่ทันเวลานะคะเราก็จะเริ่มคุยกันเกี่ยวกับโปรแกรมของแคนาดาเหมือนเดิมต่อจากคราวที่แล้วนะคะคราวที่แล้วมีคนสนใจเยอะมากแต่ว่าวันนี้เดี๋ยวเรามาคุยกันต่อเรื่องเกี่ยวกับโปรแกรมต่างๆนะคะ
อย่าให้ล่าช้าขอเรียนเชิญคุณไอกะนะคะจาก Oxford International Career College ขอเชิญคุณไอกะค่ะ
Hello to all. Yeah. Thank you for having me today.
Could you please one more time introduce yourself?
Yes. So hello to everyone. My name is Aika. I'm from Oxford International and I am a regional manager onshore Canada. We work with RNK agency this year and together we help students to study in Canada for very nice programs. And I will tell you soon.
Yeah,
okay.
Right.
Okay, we will jump into the program that you have to offer at Oxford.
Thank you so much. So we can...
You can bring the slideshow PowerPoint up.
Yeah, thank you so much. Last time when we had a live stream, I was talking about two very very prospective, very demanding program in Canada, especially in Nova Scotia, province of Nova Scotia, continuing care assistant. It is for healthcare, a career in healthcare. And the second program, early childhood education, career in education. And today I will talk about more details about the programs and admissions process, and what kind of documents you need, because if you want to come to Canada, first you need to apply for the program properly, and today my mission is to explain you in details how to apply, and what details. Okay, good. So next slide, please. Let me briefly remind some information. So what is continuing career college, continuing care assistant program, right? So first of all, this healthcare job is very in demand in Nova Scotia because we have a lot of older people, like 30% of our province are elderly people, and this is why they need like a specific care, and we have a lot of special long-term facilities that taking care of this people, and of course we need staff, right? People who can work with them, and take care of them. Next slide, please. Right. So when you study a continuing care assistant program, here you can see the salary. It's an average salary right now that people with this certificate program can start. And also these are a few, names of positions that you can take. It's a start position, right? So we call it in Nova Scotia, again, it is called continuing care assistant, CCA, home support worker, HSW, and personal support worker, PSW. Next, please. Right, and you go to work the main workplace is long-term care facilities and nursing. You go to some healthcare agencies, who that are doing some kind of they're delivering services of taking care of elderly people. They hire people and sign contracts. You can go to hospitals, rehabilitation centers to provide these services, community health organizations, and of course private care services. So these are all these kind of places where you can go and work as a continuing care assistant. Next, please. So about the program itself, here you can see some main details about the program. First, it's in-person program. Continuing care assistant, it's in-person program, which means that you must be here in Canada and you will have classes and work placements, or we can say internships, in person. So you go to school and you go to physical place, right? Then this is a certificate program. So in Canada, we have different kind of names of the documents you will have, right? So this is like basic, because it's a very short term, and for short term course, basic certificate is called certificate. So basic program is called certificate. Here you can also see the program length. This is a really short program. It's only 6 months, or if we count in weeks, it's 26 weeks. It's under 6 months. Anyway, even if it's only 6 months, you still need to have a study permit in Canada and come to Canada as an international student to study this program. I know that sometimes people a little bit confused and think that this program can be taught by, you can learn this program with visitor visa. Unfortunately, no, because you have also practicum placements, or internships. So which means that you cannot do internships on visitor visa. This is why we need a specific student visa to Canada to come. And here you can see the schedule. So how your day will look like when you study CCA program. So it's very intensive program because it's very short. So you have to learn a lot of things, theoretical things and practical things to get a certificate. And you literally come to classes every day from Monday to Friday. You don't have any like day off, so only weekend will be a day off. And classes will, when you go to classes will start at 8:30 in the morning, and you will finish your day at 3:30. You see, half of the day is very busy, and the rest of the day, so it's up to you. Most of our students, they part-time working. Because in Canada, if you are international student with a study permit, you can also do part-time job up to 24 hours. So you can go and find some job that can help you to keep your, like, to cover some living expenses, in Halifax. Next slide, please. So just a second. So this is some kind of map. So how we combine weeks of classes and weeks of placement, work placement or internship. So you can call it different kind of words. First 11 weeks, you can see here, you go to classes. So in advance, you know that first 11 weeks, you can do maybe part-time job, for example, and you know that every day from Monday to Friday, during the first 11 weeks, you need to come to the school, right? So plan your bus transportation, for example, maybe it will change some plans, how you will manage your free time, etc. Next 3 weeks, from week 12 to week 14, you can see that you go to your first clinical placement. What does it mean? That you will go, for example, to some long-term care facilities, and you will do some work already. Yeah, so you will have a supervisor because it's a part of curriculum, right? So this is why you will have someone who will monitor what you are doing, yeah, and mark your job, yeah, mark your activities, whatever you do. Yeah, then you go back to classes, learn the rest of the material. It's only just for like seven weeks, I guess. Yeah. So again, you go back to classes. Then after week number 21, yeah. So for the rest of remaining 4 weeks, you go to for 2 mentorship placement. So we during the last months, we can say last months, yeah, you will have two different practicum. And here on this slide, you can see below, yeah, so how many hours you will cover. Actually, when you receive your conditional letter of acceptance, you will see a lot of information there and a lot of details about every course. So you will know for sure, like how many hours will be practicum, how many hours will be learning process, what are included in the program. So you will see it. It's some kind of, now we just only have some short information, so you can have some picture right about it. Yeah. So in total, to be speaking frankly, in total, yes, the program is 26 weeks, but in between some weeks, in the middle of the program, you will have a break. So literally, you will study 25 weeks plus 1 week vacation, we can say this, yeah? And this 1 week vacation will be between, like, let's say, for example, week 12 and week 13, yeah, or maybe week 13 and week 14. So you will know in advance when our program manager plans everything, yeah. So it depends on the season, it depends on when you need to have exam, because CCA program, in order to be a continuing care assistant, you must sit and pass the exam, yeah, provincial exam. And this provincial exam, 1 attempt, is already included in your tuition fee when you come to us to study, right? Okay, that's it for CCA program with this slide. Next, please. So because I already started to talk about work placements, yeah, which is a part of our curriculum, yeah, it's a study, like it's in the study plan. So we guarantee placement. So it means that some of colleges in Canada and universities, they don't find any internships for students, yeah, even if it's in their curriculum. We don't do this. You already, when you come to our college, you already know that you will have work placement. You don't have to find and look for like all the province, yeah. So you will have a schedule, you will have a dress, and you go, and then just what we cannot guarantee when you have this like at what time you have your shift, yeah, because you know healthcare facilities, work placements, they have shifts, yeah. Maybe you can work in the morning, yeah, maybe you can work in the afternoon, maybe you can work in the evening, or maybe at night, right? So who knows? So this is something that we cannot control, because we are college, we are not hospital, for example, yeah, and they have their own system. So we can direct you there, but some shifts, timing, these are negotiated with your supervisor on at that place, okay? So this is, we cannot give you some correct, exact timing, yeah, of your work placements. And of course, because the main, the main point of this program, that you can find a job, yeah, upon graduation. And looking for a job starts from day 1 when you come to Canada and study with us, okay? So don't delay the job seeking process, yeah, until the graduation. So it's not a good, like, it's totally weak strategy. And because the program is very short. And in Canada, to secure the job, it's usually in average, it takes around 3 up to 6 months. So this is why when you start your program, you start looking for a job. And we do have career services here on campus. So we have a career advising manager who schedules info sessions, some kind of workshops, and you will craft your resume, you will prepare for interview, and the manager gives a lot of information where to find the job, for example. So they give really valuable advices, and recommendations. So please use it as much as possible. So you know that we offer some kind of career support. So if you use it, so it will help you a lot to look for your job in the right places, right? So it can help you, of course, to secure your job way earlier than other candidates who did not do anything at all, right? Okay, so next slide, please. We will talk about second program. It's early childhood education. This is a career in education, and taking care of kids. Next slide, please. Again, very briefly, why this program is so popular in Nova Scotia. Again, because this is a very in high demand. In Nova Scotia, we have a government strategic plan, and we need to open over 9,000 daycare seats across Nova Scotia. So can you imagine how many people we need to work with kids? How many people we need to open daycare centers, for example? So this is why we have a very big shortage of ECE professionals in Nova Scotia. Next slide, please. Yes, as for CCA, the same information here. You can see that early childhood educators, their average salary a little bit higher than CCA's salary, but the program is also a little bit longer. So here you can see different kind of positions you can have when you finish diploma program. Early childhood educator, inclusion coordinators, what does it mean, inclusion? I mean that when you work with special kids, with special services, with special needs. Day home consultant, assistant director, even a director. You can be, if you meet specific requirements, you can even manage a daycare center. So I think it's also good. Next slide, please. Also where you can go and work or where you can look for a job. Of course, it's a childcare centers. You can go to work at pre-primary programs. Pre-primary means that very small kids, right? Preschools and home-based childcare centers. So at every kind of childcare service centers, you can work. Next slide, please. So for early childhood education program, because it's so popular, we offer at our college, we offer two kind of programs. One, it's in person, when you literally must come to college every day, for classes, and during the day. EC Diploma Hybrid Program. This is the program. It's not online. It's still in person, but you come to classes only in the evening. So you have the full day available for some part-time job, for example. Next slide, please. So here you can see some kind of comparison table. What are the differences between two kind of ECE programs? First, in-person program, when you come to classes every day, from morning to afternoon, you can see that this program 50 weeks, but hybrid program is just 5 weeks long. So it's I don't think it's a big difference, right? Program format, that might this information, how we deliver this program and your schedule, really can affect which kind of program you want to apply for. For example, for in-person classes, you come almost every day. You come 4 days a week. It can be, for example, from Tuesday to Friday. Monday can be like independent study day. You don't have to come to classes, but you still like supposed to study something. It's like a self-study day, right? So you come 4 days a week. You can see the schedule. So you start your classes very early at 8 a.m. and you will finish your classes at 4:30. You see, like a very it seems like very intensive schedule, but it's only for 4 days a week. Well, 1 day off plus you have weekends. For hybrid, you can see that Monday no classes at all. You don't have to come to college. We say it's self-study day, yeah, and you literally come to classes from Tuesday to Friday, but only in the evening. So you will have classes from Tuesday to Friday from 6 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. You see the timing. So maybe, for example, you really want to have some part-time job in Halifax, and you understand that you cannot do it in the evening, and you want to do your job during the day. So hybrid might be your option, yeah. And credential, what type of education document you will receive upon completion of the program. So that is diploma, because it's almost a year, so it's a longer program, so we call it diploma. And in early childhood education in Nova Scotia, or like in across Canada, we have levels of competence in this niche program, right? So there are 3 levels, and we give level 2 when you complete this program. Based on your, let's say, school education, yeah, you will receive diploma level 2. And but most of our candidates, I will tell you, they mostly have already higher education from their home countries, or maybe they studied in Canada at some university, for example. So if you have university degree, let's say bachelor or master degree, you can increase your level up to level 3. So level 3 will be the highest category for this profession, early childhood educators. So which means that you will also increase your minimum salary. So every level, they have their own minimum salary. Let's say level 1, without any diploma, yeah, you just have a very short certificate. You can earn, let's say, only $22 per hour, yeah, minimum. It's a guaranteed salary, yeah. Next, level 2 diploma, that after our program, for example, if you do not mention anywhere your higher degree, yeah, your higher university degree, for example, only based on your school education, and plus you have our diploma, you will have minimum salary, let's say 24. Yeah, this is guaranteed salary in this sphere. And but if you can show that you have higher education, you will have a minimum salary guaranteed $26 per hour. Yeah, so this is like minimum, and it's already guaranteed because it's regulated sphere, right? So I think it's good. So it is also very, I think, nice to know that your education in your home country can help you also to increase your salary in Canada, right? So I think it's a big benefit. Next slide, please. As with CCA program, for early childhood education program, we also guarantee work placements, because internship, or other words, work placements are guaranteed, and they are included in your program. Yeah, so in total, you can see there are more hours, 535 hours you will have during 4 placements at a licensed early learning center or pre-primary program. Yeah, so, and one very nice bonus for EC program, that the last work placement, the 4th work placement, will be paid. So first 3 work placement, they are not paid, or you can go and find your own place, for example, which is paid, yeah, and you can tell us to your program manager that, you know, I found a job as a ECE, and can you please check if my job is okay, and you can consider it as I am doing a practicum. And yes, if our program manager checks everything and they approved it, so we can count your part-time job or whatever job you will have at that moment as your practicum, and we count this kind of hours, so you will not lose your job, yeah, and you still have some salary, yeah, and we count it as your hours for practicum. For EC, I didn't include here the slides about how we have a schedule, but let me just quickly cover it speaking, yeah. So for example, for in-person classes, yeah, when you decide to come in person, something like very like we have a very similar schedule, yeah. So first you come for your first 8 weeks will be classes, so you come to classes almost every day. Then for 4 weeks, for around a month, you will have a combined schedule. For example, for 2 days a week, you go to classes, and 2 days a week, you go to your first work placement. We call first work placement observation. So you are not allowed to work with kids because you learn not a lot, yeah. And you will have a supervisor at daycare center, but you can observe like how they work. So it's only 4 weeks, 5 weeks, something like that. So, and only 2 days a week, yeah. So you still have classes, and you also go to early childhood education center. Next, you go back after this short observation work placement. You go back to classes, you learn again material full time, you go to classes every day, yeah. Next, you go to your next how to say practicum, and it's a combination. So, but it's longer. It will be longer time. It will be around 1.5 months. Around 6-7 weeks. So you come to classes 2 days a week, and 2 days a week you go to daycare center, and you will observe how people work. Maybe you already start doing some kind of very initial job, helping to educate EC assistants. Next, you go back again to classes. You have classes, and last 2 practicums, they are full times. So then after 2 months of classes, you go to full-time work placement. So you will perform all duties of as an assistant to early childhood educator, yeah. So supervisor will observe you, yeah. So they will monitor how you behave with kids, with parents, how do you do your job, yeah. So and it's not paid. And then for the last part of classes, you come, just a few weeks, you will have some classes. And finally, for the last, I think 6 weeks, 6 weeks left, you will go to your full-time and paid internship. So you see the journey, during all the year, 50 weeks, you will have a combination. First, you will have classes, then you will have a combination of classes and internship. We call it observation, right? And again, you have classes, and last 2 full-time work placements will be like something very similar what you will do in the future. So, and during this year, you must secure your job. Yeah, so you see that because this program is is longer than CCA, so it means that you have a lot of time, yeah, to adapt in the country, to find, to build networking. And you see, we have 4 work placements here, right? I mean that you have longer time, more time to build relationships with your potential employers. I think it's good, right? So for hybrid, yeah, if you're thinking, okay, I want to be available during the day, and I want to come to classes only in the evening. Yeah, we call it hybrid, yeah, which is 55 weeks. So in this case, you actually will have the same schedule. I mean that first you come to classes in the evening, then you go to combined classes. I mean, only 2 days a week you will have classes, and 2 days a week you will have some kind of practicum already, yeah. And again, then you go back to normal schedule of classes, then you go back to observation plus classes, yeah. And then 2 last work placements will be your full-time work placements, yeah. So the hybrid format is almost the same as in person, but you will have classes in the evening, right? And why it's a little bit longer? Because in the evening you study only 3.5 hours a day, yeah, and only 4 days a week. So while, for example, for full-time program, you study all the day, right? So more hours. This is why you need, for hybrid program, you need 5 more weeks to cover the same hours of program, yeah, because it's the same diploma. Yeah, I think that's it for the ECE. Just a second. Yes, please, can we go to next slide? I almost finished, right? Okay, good, thank you. So in this on this slide, you can see that EC program is so, how to say, detailed and professional. We give a certificate. We give some kind of 4 mandatory certificates that you need to start your job as an early child educator, and we also give 3 more trainings and certificates that can make your resume better, look very nice in comparison with other people, yeah, who will finish other colleges, for example. Next slide, please. So I think we can skip this information. And next slide, please. Yeah, as I said before, so what we are doing at college, it's not only about classes and internships, yeah. We also support students with mental health support. For example, because you are an international student, yeah, you can feel a lot of stress, for example. So in this case, of course, we have a special dedicated service that can help you to maybe deal with this kind of anxiety and different kind of other stress. Yeah, we also, again, I want to focus that we also offer career advising support, right? So please use it when you come, especially because you need to secure your job. Next slide. And I think we are the only college in Canada who can guarantee your tuition fee refund in case if you if you don't find a job and don't secure your job offer after graduation. So for example, you graduate, you did a lot of interviews, yeah, including in the city and out of the city, yeah, in rural areas, and you still don't have any job. So we guarantee tuition fee refund. I think it's a good, strong point to understand that, yes, the colleges we have really strong program. We deliver really strong program, so you are very competitive, and we actually can guarantee. But of course, as a college, we are educational institutions, right? We cannot guarantee a job because we are not a recruiter, right? So we are a college that can teach you this program, right? So this is why we can, within our limits, regulatory limits and law, we can guarantee tuition fee refund instead, some kind of, instead of if you cannot find the job. Next slide, please. And next slide. So I want to dedicate some time. I'm so sorry, Nina, can I have some time yet to explain the admissions process? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. So yeah, I would like to now step by step to explain you what is the admissions process. Of course, Nina and Kate will consult you upon your, for example, you want to submit application, you go to Kate and Nina, they will help you, or their managers will help you to submit application. However, you must understand the process, so you will not be confused, right? So first step, of course, as any college in the world, we have online application. You go, you submit online application, and of course you submit a specific list of documents. Next, if you submit if you have all documents, you submit your application, you will receive first offer letter. We call it conditional offer letter. So this is a very comprehensive document. You must read it. We also send a lot of program details. We also send some forms that you need to sign and complete, right? Just be very careful. Read all the information that our partners Nina and Kate will give you with these documents. Then you go and pay. So we because it's now it's everyone use online services. In conditional letter you will find the link to pay application fee. So you actually, before you submit application, you don't pay anything. When you have your conditional letter of acceptance, you will find inside the link, you pay application fee, and you go and proceed to program interview. Also, be very mindful. Interview, it's not about your English. We check if you as a candidate suitable for this program, if you understand what is ECE, what is CCA. Okay, so it's not about English. So we can check, like, are you a suitable candidate? So you have to prepare for the interview. Next, if you successfully pass interview, you will receive letter of acceptance and you sign the contract. Once you sign the contract, you will pay tuition fee deposit, and your agency will receive all visa documents that you need to apply for study permit. So this is 6 steps that you need to finish and receive the documents. Next slide, please. If you have it, I think we don't have, right? But it's okay, good. And next slide, please. Yes, so this is a list of documents you need. Just double check that you have everything, right? Passport scan. If you have any visa history with Canada, please provide this information. We also require high school documents. Please also prepare, so everyone has a certificate and transcript. You have 2 documents. English proficiency test, and a little bit later you can see like how many tests, different kind of tests we accept. Resume, some kind of basic document. It's not like a very comprehensive 1 page, 2 page. It's okay in English. Criminal record check. This is something that you can do at your home country. Very basic criminal check document that you don't have any criminal records in your home country. Next, health check certificate. It's also, you can do it at a regular local clinic. It's like professional health check. And it must give information to us that you are healthy to do your study, right? So that's it. Statement of purpose. This is a document required and prepared according to regulations and requirements of IRCC. This is some kind of our Canadian body that are responsible for visa. Proof of funds, the same. Proof of funds, it's your bank certificate, bank statements that shows that you have enough financial capability to cover your education in Canada, and living expenses. And the last one, for ECE program, for early child education program, we need 2 references that you, like, from some people, it can be even relatives, friends, your neighbors, I don't know, who can prove that really you have some kind of minimum 25 hours of children related activities. For example, maybe you have a nephew and you looked after your nephew maybe during weekends, during months, something like that. You fed them, you took them to school, or maybe you learned them how to you taught them how to read letters, for example. Something like that, right? However, if you work with the immigration consultant. If you decided that, okay, I will apply for my study permit with some immigration consultant, licensed immigration consultant. In this case, you can provide, instead of statement of purpose and proof of funds, you can provide immigration consultant support letter that's saying that this immigration consultant, he is your representative and he requests on behalf of you 2 documents, letter of acceptance and provincial attestation letter. Yeah, next slide, please. I almost finished. And here you can see what kind of tests we accept to meet in language requirements. Yeah, so as you can see, like all available and all popular tests, IELTS Academic, IELTS General, Oxford International, Oxford ELT, it's our brand test. It's online, by the way, so if you think that maybe IELTS or TOEFL might be very difficult for you, so Oxford ELT, very similar to Duolingo. So I would recommend to take maybe Duolingo, not because it's also very online test, right, and then very cheap test. So you can do it. But if you don't have enough English, we have a pre-sessional English course, and you can actually come. So we give 2 letters of acceptance. For example, let's say your Duolingo test, it's only 20, let's say 80. Yeah, so 15 scores not enough yet, like yeah. So we can allocate some kind of let's say 10 weeks or maybe 20 weeks of pre-sessional English. We will give you letter of acceptance for this course, like a pathway, yeah, we can say. And plus we give also letter of acceptance for your main course. So you can come to Canada, start with English, and then continue career college program. Yeah, I think that's it for today. Yeah, Nina, Kate, if I forget something, just let me know.
Yeah, I think we need to have you next time for the question, because we have a lot of questions for you, and I think the people who watching today want to ask you a question too, but we don't have more time.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe can I at least ask for a couple of questions? First of all, the last question about the references for ECE program. If I have my own child, I bring my own child, can I have someone be a reference? I don't know.
No, it's better. It's better to use your friends. For example, so yeah, someone.
Can my friend saying that I raise my child this way? It doesn't work either. No, it has to be somebody else, not your own child.
Yeah, it's better. Yeah, if you have a reference letter from someone and it's not your kids.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, second questions. With the ECE program, you have both in-person and hybrid. Would hybrid program have effect on applying for visa?
It's a good question, by the way. Yeah, so this is why I think for offshore students, from students from Thailand, it's better. I would recommend to apply for full-time program ECE, and because visa officer understands full-time program, right? It's in-person classes. So I think it's a very classical format of the program, and it's better to apply for this. However, if your students, once you have approval for visa and once he arrives, so we of course can definitely change the format and the students want, so don't worry, so we can switch.
Okay, they can switch when they got to the Canada already.
Right. So it's better to secure visa first, and once it's secured, you can students can come and we can quickly switch the program, because it's the same program. Yeah, we're just delivering two kind of formats, and both formats are good for study permit.
Yeah, and
okay. The previous when you were here last time, we were talking about Nova Scotia nominee program.
Right.
after I get a job, I secure a job in Nova Scotia after finish the program and everything. How likely I would get approved to get a nominee program to
So yeah, let me explain.
percentage?
First, yeah, in our best students, yeah, like our strong students, what they do, yes, before they graduate, of course, they secure their job, then they get their certificate or diploma, they gather other documents, yeah, like for example, for nomination, you also need IELTS. Yeah, you of course you complete some forms, yeah, and of course you do some kind of your homework. You apply for, first of all, you apply for express of interest. We call it express of interest first step. And because CCA and EC programs are priority stream in nomination, right? So we usually, like what we've noticed that from time to time, of course. So the fastest nomination you can get, it's within 2 weeks. Maybe a little bit longer, might be, for example, 4 weeks. So this is really very fast, because in Canada, people usually wait for nomination like 7 months, 8 months. Yeah. So, but because EC and CCA, these are priority. So, for example, even 6 weeks, it's like best case scenario. So very, very fast. So from 2 to 6 weeks maximum, you will get your nomination. And then once you have your nomination certificate, you can apply for work permit. That will be closed work permit. It's very easy to get. So you get your work permit, you start working. And when you are working, you apply your file for federal level, yeah, for normal PR, permanent residency, and just wait. When they will finalize this kind of permanent residency, yeah. But the point is that because these are priority stream, first, even without any job experience, yeah, you can start. Just have job offer, have your diploma, apply, then within a couple of weeks you will get your nomination, and then you can start working. Yeah, so this is the point, to make you start working as soon as possible. Yes, and maybe the process will take, I don't know, 2-3 months. Yeah, like for everything before you start working. Yeah, so between graduation, if they can do everything very quickly, yeah, and between graduation and start working, maybe it will be like around 3, maybe 4 months, but it's not like a big length in Canada. Yeah, so it's Canada, it's very slow. It's very slow. So 3-4 weeks, it's 3-4 months, it's nothing. So don't be scared. Yes, I understand that people usually expect like very short, like 2 days, a couple of weeks. Yeah, but in Canada we don't tell days.
But how likely to be successful to receive the nominee?
Well, if documents are okay, 100%. No, if documents are fine. Yeah, for course. Wow. This is why it's very important to consult with immigration consultant. Yeah, for example, you arrive. Okay, for example, you, Kate and Nina, you help students to submit everything, finalize documents from outside, yeah, from Thailand. But when they come to Canada, of course, our students must be very responsible. Yeah, thinking about next application, right? So in this case, they have to work closely with immigration consultant, find some good person here in Halifax. Of course, if they live in Halifax, of course, we have plenty of good immigration consultants here, but also we have our own official support consulting agency. And we do deliver some kind of, we deliver free information info sessions about how to apply for PNP, Provincial Nominee Program. So actually students already know a lot about immigration. So, but sometimes they because every case is like individual. Yeah, someone divorced, someone single, someone separated, like a lot of minor details we don't know about our students. So, and I think in this case, it's better to at least consult with some licensed expert, so they can properly prepare their file and will avoid all mistakes, right? So it's very important.
Yeah, I
From
agree
your
about that.
from your experience, what would be the reason that they got reject for nominee?
No, not at all. Only
haven't
if
had-
it's
you have-
very uncareful. No, I think that we trained our students so well. They from day one they know why they're coming to Canada. I know for sure, like all people who are coming today for live stream, I think they also, if they're serious, they understand if they do something, if they came to Canada, so they must be very, very careful with all the papers. So they don't have to be superficial. Yeah, it's not this. It's not very how to say easy country. Yeah, so they're very. There is a big bureaucracy. So this is the main how they can get rejected only if they do not file properly. But if they meet all requirements, success is like 100%.
Wow.
They just
Last but
need to
not
know
least,
everything. Yeah, they just need to know everything. For example, like very, very basic requirements for nomination, right? So first, like, okay, diploma. Okay, it's consider it's done. Yeah, so because they're coming to college. Next, secure your job. We give you internship. We give you career advice. Etc. We give you everything. Just try to use everything and be very responsible, right? Okay, it's under control of the student, so they can do it. Next, IELTS. Yeah, don't forget to take IELTS. Yeah. Next, check your salary, annual salary. If you have some, so we have like, it's very clear information in the internet, like which salary is required in every case. For example, if a single person, if they have 2 kids, 3 kids, like families, married. Yeah. So we call it LICO. I don't remember how it's abbreviation, but like you need to know like what is your reach of your salary. Yeah, so you will know what kind of job you need to look for, so you can move your family with you as well, right? So sometimes it might be a problem, by the way. So students must be. This is why they need to consult with immigration consultant very early to understand what they need to look for. Yeah, for a job in terms of salary.
With the close work permit, do they have the like end time that you can work only some certain time and it will be over, and during that you apply for permanent resident, but the close permit is already, do they have the end date?
Well, so actually, because if the person nominated already, yeah, so they have nomination, this gives them the right to apply for closed work permit. This standard closed permit is usually for 2 years, and I can tell you for sure it's enough to finalize immigration. If it's not enough, immigration services, you can extend your work permit in case if it's too long. But I believe that we've never had such cases. I think our students, they didn't have such cases. Usually 2 years, it's more than enough to finalize PR for all your family members. And then they just maybe go, or either they continue to work because they like the place. Yeah, they have a contract, they have a stable job. Yeah. So, and or they just go to another place. So it depends. Yeah, situation.
But the close work permit, they'll be able to extend.
Yes, in case if their file is still under review, of course. Yeah. So they can keep their legal status in Canada.
Okay, that's good. So maybe sometime we have a immigration consulting with us.
Yes,
right?
for sure. Yeah.
I think that would be good. Yeah.
Yeah, of course we can schedule, because it's a very exciting program. Not a lot of people know about it. So it's good that you know about it and you can tell your audience, about this amazing opportunity.
All right.
We take almost an hour.
Yeah. So thank you so much for your time today. And we will ask you to come again next
Yes.
week.
Sure. Yeah, I would
Yeah,
love
we
to.
wait for your confirmation if you could make it.
Okay. Yeah. So have a good night already. And I hope that many people will be very interested in this program because it's a real opportunity to have a career, to have salary.
Yes.
And it's very important, for adult people, especially if you start your new life in another country, to have a
Yes.
good in-demand job and to have and already have a job. So this is why this program is so strong. And Atlantic Canada, Halifax, it's a really beautiful place to live. You've been there, so you know.
Yes.
It's
Beautiful.
beautiful
All right.
place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.
Thank you so
Have a
much.
good night.
Thank
Yeah.
you. You too.
You too.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye bye. วันนี้ก็
ข้อมูลจุดๆ
อ่า
นะ
ฮะ
คะ
อีกวันนี้ก็ตอนแรกก็คิดว่า30นาทีนะคะ วันนี้ก็50นาทีนะคะ
เกือบ1 ชั่วโมง
ก็
นี่ยังเหลือข้อมูลอีก
ใช่
เยอะนะ
ค่ะแล้วจริงๆแล้วจะบอกว่าโปรแกรมเนี้ยดีมากนะคะถ้าสมมุติว่าบางคนแบบว่าโอเคอยากจะมาอเมริกานะคะอเมริกาใช้เวลานานเอายังไงดีมาแคนาดาก็ได้นะคะแคนาดาใช้เวลาสั้นๆนะคะเข้ามาเรียนนะคะมีโปรแกรม2โปรแกรมให้เรียนกันนะคะแล้วก็สามารถที่จะเป็น resident ที่แคนาดาได้นะคะโปรแกรมแรกคืออะไรคะนีน่า
CCA นะคะ Continuing Care Assistant ก็คือดูแลผู้สูงวัยนะคะตามสถานnursing home หรือตามบ้านนะคะซึ่งงานเหล่านี้ก็คือได้อยู่กับดูแล
ผู้สูงอายุนะคะแล้วโปรแกรมนี้ใช้เวลาเรียนแค่6เดือนเท่านั้นนะคะอีกโปรแกรมหนึ่งล่ะคะ
Early Childhood Education ก็คือเหมือนเป็นพี่เลี้ยงเด็กนะคะทำงานตามศูนย์เลี้ยงเด็ก Nursery หรือว่าโรงเรียนประถมวัยหรือว่าเป็นพี่เลี้ยงเด็กตามบ้านอันนี้ก็คือมีหลากหลายประเภท
ค่ะอันนี้ก็ระยะเวลาการเรียนก็1ปีแล้วพิเศษเลยตัวนี้มีทั้งin person กับ hybrid นะคะสำหรับคนที่ต้องการใช้เวลาในการทำพาร์ทไทม์ด้วยนะคะก็แนะนำทางส่วนของ hybrid นะคะตัวนี้ก็ยังไงถ้าสนใจก็ติดต่อกันเข้ามานะคะแต่คราวหน้าเนี่ยเราก็จะมีทางไม่แน่คุณนายกะกับทาง immigration consulting อาจจะนะคะอาจจะเดี๋ยวเราจะพยายามติดต่อนะคะแล้วตอนนี้ EP3 ของเรามีงานอะไรเหลืออยู่บ้างคะเนี่ย
จากเก่าเจ้าเดิมนะคะ Lawrence Bus Service อยู่ที่มินนิโซตา
ค่ะ
17 เหรียญต่อชั่วโมง
ค่ะแล้วก็สเตอร์เทิลนะคะอย่างเดิมนะคะก็คือ18เหรียญต่อชั่วโมงนะคะตัวนี้บอกได้เลยว่าเราแนะนำนะคะอยู่ที่วิสคอนซินนะคะ
งานต่อไป Clancy นะคะ Relocation and Logistics งานช่วยในการย้ายบ้านหรือว่าดูแล warehouse worker นะคะอันนี้อยู่ที่นิวยอร์กไม่ไกลจากพี่นีน่ามากนะคะแค่ชั่วโมงกว่าใครชอบนิวยอร์กก็นี่คืองานที่น่าสนใจทีเดียว
อันนี้งานนี้นะคะอยู่ที่เซาท์แคโรไลนาสำหรับคนที่ชอบขับรถนะคะก็20.5 นะคะต่อชั่วโมงนะคะบรรยากาศในส่วนของเซาท์แคโรไลนาตัวนี้ติดทะเลนะคะบรรยากาศน่าอยู่มากแต่อันนี้ก็คืออย่างที่บอกสำหรับคนที่ชอบขับรถจริงๆเพราะว่าต้องขับรถกันทั้งวันนะคะส่งของแล้วก็ภาษาอังกฤษนี่จะต้องใช้ได้ด้วยเพราะว่าจะต้องอ่านเลเบลต่างๆที่อยู่ต่างๆนะคะมีส่งของปิดส่งของอะไรเนี่ยจะต้องสามารถคอมมูนิเคตได้นะคะมีงานอะไรที่เหลืออีกบ้างปะคะ
แมคโดนัลล์นะคะเป็นครูเมมเบอร์ก็คือทำงานในร้านแมคโดนัลล์ภาษาอังกฤษต้องได้นะคะเพราะต้องคุยกับลูกค้าแล้วก็ค่าแรงอยู่ที่11 เหรียญต่อชั่วโมง
อันนี้มีอยู่ที่หลายโลเคชันเลยนะคะ
ถ้าสนใจก็ทักสอบถามเราเข้ามา
ค่ะก็ยังนะคะขอฝากไว้นะคะตอนนี้พี่นีน่ากับพี่นะคะอยู่ที่เมืองไทยกันนะคะถ้าสมมุติว่าใครสนใจที่จะเข้ามาเจอกันนะคะหรือสอบถามอะไรเพิ่มเติมนะคะสามารถที่จะติดต่อทางแอดมินเราได้นะคะแล้วก็นัดเวลากันเข้าไปเจอที่ออฟฟิศของเราได้นะคะ
ต้องทักเข้ามาก่อนวันที่31 พฤษภาคมนะคะเพราะว่าวันที่1วันที่2พี่เก๋พี่นีน่าต้องเตรียมตัวกลับบ้านแล้ว
ที่2ต้องกลับบ้าน
เพราะฉะนั้นก็ถ้าสนใจที่จะมาทักทายหรือว่าเยี่ยมชมออฟฟิศของเราที่สามย่านมิตรทาวน์ก็ทักเข้ามาแล้วก็นัดวันเวลากันนะคะจะได้หาเวลา
ใช่
เจอ
ค่ะ
กัน
อยากเจอ
ตัว
นะคะ
เป็นๆนะคะ
ค่ะก็ฝากไลค์ฝากติดตามนะคะ KPB
Facebook YouTube Instagram หากมีคำถามหรือว่าข้อมูลเพิ่มเติมที่ต้องการนะคะทักไลน์แอดเราเข้ามาได้ที่ KPB EP3 Visa นะคะสำหรับวันนี้พี่เกดพี่นีน่าก็ต้องขอลาไปก่อนเราเจอกันศุกร์หน้านะคะ
ขอบคุณค่ะ สวัสดีค่ะ